Prahlad Maharaj, he understood that like basically the Lord is kind of to asking for to test or to display the characteristics of a devotee. The Lord is asking like that. So he considered that all the like basically all the whatever the Lord is asking, everything is like all material desires, they are like obstacles on the path of devotional service. So therefore his only goal is to attain the Lord. So therefore he is not asking any other benedictions. So that is the theme of that Prahlad Maharaj is expressing. So very like if we can analyze like what is the mood of uh, Prahlad Maharaj, then that bhakti little bit whatever Prahlad Maharaj had can sink into us also. And that's why we are reading Bhagavatam, his like all the devotees' life histories, how they are dealing with the Lord, what is their mood when we are meditating, when we are contemplating, when we are discussing, when we are hearing. So all those moods will slowly, we will also appreciate those moods, and those moods can sink into our consciousness. So that is the whole purpose of reading Bhagavatam, all these discussing these devotees' interactions with the Lord. So Narada Muni thought that all the all the like whatever the Lord is asking, that ask for a benediction, he considered all those things as an obstacles, and with smilingly he started speaking. So what he is speaking is that mamam pralobha yotpatya. Don't mamam pralobha ya उत्पत्त्या सक्तं कामेषु तैर्वरैः तत्संगभीतो निर्विण्णो मुमुक्षुस्त्वाम् उपाश्रितः. So basically, I am very much like mamam pralobha, don't like allure me, because by nature utpatya saktam kameshu, by nature I was born in a demonic family. So therefore I am already attached to so many material desires. So because I am attached, and I am also tatsanga bhito, I am very much fearful of associating with this material world. And in that way, nirvinna. So here, the mood of Prahlad Maharaj is that nirvinna means like I understood that material desires are not good, and I am mumukshu. I want to get rid of all these material desires. So that is my situation. So in that situation, don't tempt me with the material desires. So I am already attached, but I want to get rid of all those desires. So therefore I have taken shelter of you. So therefore don't lure me, because by offering these benedictions, because in general this is the nature of devotees. Generally devotees, they should understand where their mind is little weak. So when they understand the limitations of their mind, they can avoid those kind of temptations. So here Prahlad Maharaj, I am already afraid of these material benedictions, so don't allure me or tempt me. So in this way he is fearful. This fearful of Maya or material association is very, very helpful for the devotees. So in this way he is praying. And then is it that the Lord is kind of tempting his devotees? So he is saying, no, you actually, whatever you are asking, Bhritya Lakshana Jijnasur Bhaktam Kameshu Achodayat. You are ask for a benediction just to hear the symptoms of your devotee. How your devotee, even if you offer benedictions, he doesn't ask any material benedictions. So that you want to show to the world. So therefore you are asking. So you have Bhavan Samsara Bijeshu Hridaya Grandhishu Prabhu. You have sent me to this world which is filled with in the heart, core of our heart, there are so many tendencies to enjoy in this world. So you have sent me to this world only to show the characteristics of devotee. That although the Lord is asking to ask benedictions, they don't ask benedictions. So otherwise, he says that Nanyatha te akhila guru ghateta karunatmanah. Otherwise, you are Akila Guru, you are instructor for the whole world, and you are Karunatmana, fully compassionate. So, therefore, it is not possible for you to tempt, or it is not possible for you to make your devotee with material benedictions. So that is your nature. So therefore, yasta ashisha ashaste nasavritya savaivanik. If someone is asking some benedictions from you, he is actually nasabritya, he is not actually real servant. And savaivanik, he is actually a merchant. So that means it's like by offering some things, if he is expecting some written benedictions, it is like little bit deal with the Lord. I am offering something, so in return I want something. So it is not considered as a pure devotional service. That is like a merchant doing business, right? Sometimes we hear many corporates or businesses, they will make a deal with Lord Venkateshwara, right? You might have heard. So basically what they do is they do some business, and in that if some profits, whatever profits that will come, some percentage will go to Lord Balaji. So like that they will say. So that is okay, means that is good, means at least they are contributing something for their Lord's sake, for that prosperous thing. But actually here Prahlad Maharaj is showing the little higher principle, that if someone is with that motive only he is worshipping, then he is like it's like for some material benefit he is offering some things to you. So that is not actually a proper standard, right? So like Anya Bilashita Shunyam is the proper standard for devotional service. Sarvapadi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam. He is completely purified of all material desires. Then in that purified state, one can serve the Lord with their senses purified. So this is like pure devotional platform. So he is explaining what is that Bhritya, like that merchant, what is that? So that he is explaining that आशासानो न वै भृत्यः स्वामिनि आशिष आत्मनः न स्वामी भृत्यतः स्वाम्यम् इच्छन् योराति चाशिषः. A person who is serving someone, but he is expecting some return from that person. He is actually not a navai bhrityaha. He is not a proper servant, proper devotee. Because Swamini Ashisha Atmana, he is asking some material benedictions from the Swami. So actually it is not like pure service. And also Naswami Bhrutyataha Swamyam Icchan Yorati Chashishaha. And a master is also not a real master who want to Swamyam Icchan. Swamyam Icchan means he want to maintain his position as a master, bring the prestigious position as a master he wanted to maintain. So in that sense, he is wanting to fulfill the benedictions of the servant. So therefore, he is not the real master. That means there is actually no proper love between master and servant. So if there is proper love, what will do? The servant will actually feeling that love, he wants to offer service to the master. And master also has love towards the servant. So therefore, he always gives what is beneficial for the servant. So, and he feels that, oh, he is my servant, I have to protect. So in that way, there is a love kind of thing. He doesn't he loves his servant only for the sake of love, not for that, oh, he is serving me, so like I am master, so therefore because of him I am becoming like a master. That is like prestigious position. So that mood is not there for that master. So if that mood is there, Swamyam Ichan, oh, I am like master, he is my servant. So therefore, I have to fulfill his desires. Then I will be called as master. So if that mood is there, that mood is not like real. He is not real Swami. He is not real master. He is saying. So the relationship between servant and master is, if it is pure, then it should be only love. So it's like pure service and pure reciprocation of love. So that's what Prahlad Maharaj is explaining, that if someone is a servant, he is asking some material benedictions, that means it is not like pure servant. And master also only for maintaining his position, he is benedicting material benedictions. He is also not pure master. So these are the things that, and that means pure devotional service is so deep. Prahlad Maharaj is kind of exposing those principles, that I am serving you only so that I love you, so therefore I am serving, not expecting any material benedictions. And master is also like that. He also loves his servant, and he like kind of with that love he is accepting that service, and also he feels himself like he is like my servant. He has to be properly protected. In that way, proper things he will award. So that's how he is principling. So therefore he is saying that aham tu akamastvad bhakta. So therefore, O Lord, I am tad bhakta, I am your servant, but akamaha, I don't have any other desire than to serve you. And tvam cha swami anapashrayah. You are also the master without any dependent upon service. Anapashraya means you don't need anyone else, as you are not depending upon your servants. So means you don't take shelter of power which is dependent on servants. So that means you are not hankering for power. So anapashraya, without any most motivation, you are master. So you are the real master. I am like without any desires, I am your real servant. So otherwise, nanyata iha avayor rajasevakayoriva. So our relationship, our real relationship is master and servant, and there should not be any relationship. But sometimes the relationships in the material world is well known, that nanyata iha avayor, in this world, in this material world, like material king and servant, raja sevayakor iva, that material relationship is kind of, it's not a good relationship, where, because in general in material world, the king and servant, so servant is serving for the king, not mainly because of love for the king, but only for he will get some remuneration. And also king also maintains the servant, material king, only to have the prestigious position of that king. So that relationship is there in this material world. So that na anyata iha avayor. So otherwise, the such kind of relationship doesn't exist between you and me. So like that he is saying. Otherwise, they like sometimes this relationship between king and servant can be little. It can come to close when the like that king servant serves the king only with the motive of benefiting the king, and king also he is benefiting the citizens or servants only to maintain them or to protect them. Then that way that can be pure. Otherwise, it is like very it is like there is kind of expectations from both sides, so it is not like a complete pure. So na anyatha iha avayor. Our relation should not be anything else. It should be only without motivations. So in this way he's saying. And then So you are asking that you want to give me a benediction. So if you at all want to give me some benediction, yadi dasyasi me kaman varam svam varadarshaba, you are varadarshaba, you can benedict so many benedictions. So therefore, I want one benediction. Kamanam hrudi asamroham bhavatastu vrunyevaram. So I want that within the core of my heart, there should not be any desires. So that benediction I am asking. So like the benediction that all my material desires should go away. So this is actually real benediction he is asking, right? In general, in this world, we suffer because of having material desires. We might have so many expectations. Material desires means it can be gross sense gratification desires, which like material, directly material, and there can be subtle desires of having a prestigious position, name, fame, expecting respect, all those things will be there. So those are all like because of those expectations, subtle and gross, we always suffer in this world because of having these expectations of respect and all those things, prestige. So if those things are gone, we can happily serve the Lord with happy heart. So that's what Prahlad is saying, that if you want to give me any benediction, I want this benediction, that from my core of my heart, all these desires, anything, any desire other than to please you should go away. In this way, I want these kind of benedictions. So, what is wrong with these kind of benedictions? He is mentioning. If someone has material desires, all these things will be lost. If some material desires arise in the mind, Indriyani, Manah, Prana, Atma, Dharmo, Dhriti, Mati, Hiri, Shri, Teja, Smriti, Satyam, Yasya Nashyanti. If some Janmana, if some material desire was born, then all these things will be lost. What are all those things? Indriyani, the senses, the mind, the life air, the body, the dharma, religion. Dhruti means patience. Mati is intelligence. Hri, kind of shyness for doing some wrong things. Shri, opulences. Teja, strength. Smriti, memory. Satyam, truthfulness. So if some material desires of prestige or expecting honor or like some kind of material gross sense gratification, so all those things, if they arise, all these things will be lost. So therefore I don't want any of the material benedictions. So in this way he is asking for complete pure devotion I want. So and then he's saying, so what will happen if someone gives up material desires? Vimunchati yada kaman मानवो मनसि स्थितान् तर्हि एव पुण्डरीकाक्ष भगवद्धाय kalpate. If someone, if he gives up all his material desires, which are situated, which are arising from mind, then tarhi eva pundarikaksha, in that situation, O Lord, bhagavattvaya kalpate, he will be he can become as opulent as the Lord. So he is eligible to become like that. Means he will attain liberation. That means if someone is able to give up all the material desires which are coming from the mind, so he will become like Bhagavattvaya, similar to the Lord in nature. So in this way he is eligible. Or this verse can also mean that Prahlad is asking that I don't want like any benedictions he is saying. So then like you are not asking any benedictions, but you are also saying that you want like in a previous prayers that you told me that you want to do service. So you want to be my servant, you are saying. So if you don't want any material desires, then why you are asking for some material desires? some desires of serving me. So for that, like he's saying that like if like some person is completely if someone is vimunchati yada kaman manavo manasisthatan, if someone completely gives up all the desires in his heart, then he is completely free from all the feelings of even dasya, sakya, etc. So then he may be qualified for Sayujya Mukti, Bhagavat. But I don't want merging, right? So I don't want to attain this liberation, which Prahlad is saying. Prahlad, he also taught to his friends, classmates, that dharma, artha, kama, they are all transformation of gunas, and even the what is the need of liberation if Lord is satisfied. So we simply want to serve. So therefore, he is saying that I want one benediction, that I want to be your servant in Dasya Rasa. So basically this verse, what then it is implying is that if all even spiritual desires are also gone, then that person is eligible to merge into the Lord. But I don't want such a situation of merging into the Lord. I only want to serve the Lord in Dasya Rasa. That is my mood. So in that way also this can be interpreted. So Bhagavat means kind of merging, qualified for Sayujya. But I don't want that. I want only service. So in this way, he is kind of offering his prayer. So then, like Narsimhadev kind of showing that, oh, even great sages, Atmaramas, they may want to merge. So why do you don't want to merge, and why you only want to serve me? So feeling himself defeated by the lords of the world, like words of the Lord, he is offering respects to the Lord. Means basically, Prahlad is very much like all the devotees we have known, that we have known, that everyone, all the devotees, they only wanted to serve the Lord. No one wanted to become one with the Lord. So there is a, in general, there is a mood that is expressed by all the devotees. So therefore, Sahajya Mukti is like compared to other kind of Mukti, it is compared as very low, and devotees never aspire for that. So therefore, he is kind of offering prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Tubhyam Purushaya Mahatmane Hariye Adbhuta Simhaya Brahmane Paramatmane. I offer my respects to you, O Lord. You are Mahatma, wonderful person. And Haraye Adbhuta Simhaya, you are wonderful lion and man, and you are also Brahman and Paramatma. So to that Lord who is wonderful, I offer my obeisances. So in this way, he is praising the Lord. So seeing, then hearing those praises, so the Lord is very much pleased. You are my ekanta bhakta. Na ekantino mai jatu ihashisha. The person who have ekantina, like unalloyed, he doesn't have material desires. So Asha asate amutra chaye bhavad vida. So people like you, oh Prahlad, they don't expect any material benedictions from pleasing me. You are unalloyed devotee, ekantino. Gajendra also says, ekantino yasya na kanchanartam vanchanti ye vai bhagavat prapanna atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam Gayanta Ananda Samudramagna. So Ekanta Bhaktas, they don't want any other benediction. They are simply engaged in chanting and glorifying the Lord. In that they are completely satisfied. So you are like Ekanta Bhakta, Bhavad Vida. So therefore you are not asking any material benedictions in this world and next world. So, but still, Tathapi, I am asking you to rule this kingdom for one manvantara. So you Daityeshwaranam, you kind of you become the you become Ishvara for all the Daityas and Anubhungshva. You enjoy this this world Bhogan in this way. So don't worry, I am only giving this for only 1 month mantra, not longer. So don't become angry. So like that he is kind of implying. Means the Lord, although everyone in this world are hankering for this position of ruling over the whole world, but here devotees, they are not expecting that. But the Lord is saying, you simply accept, don't become angry. For only for one manvantara, right? Only one manvantara is like one manvantara has 71 yoga cycles, right? One yoga cycle is also like 43 lakh years. So those many years, like we know that like Hiranyakashipu did so much tapasya to attain this kingdom, but he could hardly rule for few years. But Prahlad Maharaj, simply by bhakti to the Lord, Lord is offering this benediction of ruling over this entire kingdom of over the demons, including Swarga, for the period of Manvantara. But Prahlad is not like not eager to rule. So that is the nature of the devotees. So how the Lord offers. So in this way, bhakti is always powerful. So, but he's saying that, so like what, why I should, like why you are offering these benedictions? So even though you are ruling, but you always put your mind on me. So that's what he's saying. कथामदीया जुषमाण प्रियास्त्वम् आवेश मामात्मनि सन्तमेकम् सर्वेषु भूतेषु अधियज्ञमीशं योजस्व योगेन च कर्म हिन्वन् Katamadiya Jushamana Priyastvam. So you, whatever, although you are ruling, you continuously meditate upon my topics. Your mind. Aveshyamam Atmani Santamekam. Continuously you engage your mind in me and always worship me. Sarveshu Bhuteshu Adiyajnamisham. I am Adiyajna, I am the Lord of sacrifice. I am situated in every living entity as a controller. By Yajasva Yogena, by Bhakti Yoga, you practice cha karma hinvan, by giving up fruitive activities. So in this way, means Prahlad is saying, oh, did I commit some offense? Because of that you are asking me to rule, so and you are not asking me to serve you. So he is saying that you are like by Bhakti Yoga, you worship me. I am the Lord of all sacrifices. So by performing Bhakti Yoga, all sacrifices are automatically performed. So give up all karmas, including the Vedic karmas, secular karmas, because generally the person who is qualified for Bhakti, he should not do any kind of karmas. So in this way, you like simply engage in Bhakti and engage all like your priests and others in performing those karmas. So in that way, you will not get entangled. So then he says how a devotee lives, that he explains here. Bhogena punyam kushalena papam kalevaram kalajavena hitva kirtim vishuddham suraloka gitam vitaya mame shasi mukta bandha. Bhogena punyam kushalena papam. So you like bhogena punyam. There are like there are so much like you don't afraid of bondage of karma by enjoyment. So he's saying that you enjoy the kingdom. So therefore, don't think that there will be bondage by karma by enjoying. So previous to your birth, only all your karmas were destroyed. So now, like even if some prarabdha punyas are there, by bhogena punyam, and those prarabdha punyas will be exhausted by bhoga, by experience of that enjoyment. And kushalena papam, by performing pious kushala activities, pious activities, prarabdha sins will be exhausted. All the like papam will be go away. So like by in that way, Kalevaram Kala Javena Hitva, by giving up your previous body, you attain me now. Kalevaram Kala Javena, with the force of time, by giving up, you will attain me. Means you are already liberated from bondage in this life. Previously, only you have given up all those things. So, therefore, now you are a Jivan Mukta in this world, that he therefore vitaya mameshwasi mukta bandha. So therefore you like uh, you kirtim vishuddham, you expand your glory. Even suraloka gatam, even the people in Svarga also praise your glories. So in this way you will come to me, vitaya mameshwasi, you will come to me after this life. So Mukta Bandha, you are already a liberated person. You are already given up all the. So in this way, Prahlad is said to be a Jivan Mukta. So means Jivan or Sadhana Siddha. So Prahlad is said to be partly Sadhana Siddha and partly Nitya Siddha. That means he is also Nitya Siddha, he is always with the Lord. But when the Lord performs some pastimes, that time he take the form of sadhana during the pastime. So in this way, he is taking the role of sadhana siddha. So in this way, like Prahlad is he is saying that you have like all the karma and this kushala, punyam, papam, they are all given up, and you simply worship me, and your glory will spread. So, and especially he is saying that whoever whoever recites the prayers that you have offered, ya etan ya etat kirtayen mahyam tvaya gitam idam narha, whatever prayers that you have offered, let whatever prayers you have glorified with so many shlokas, and whoever remembers you and me also, they also karma bandhat pramuchyate. They will also liberated from the karma activities. So in this way, you will get liberated. So in this way, remembering the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj is, and remembering the Lord and Prahlad Maharaj also benefit everyone who is remembering. So in this way, Prahlad Maharaj, after Lord spoke this, he is asking one more benediction. O Lord, Varam Varaya, please give me one benediction. Etatte Varadeshan Maheshwara, you are Varadesha, you are Maheshwara. So what is that benediction he is asking? So my my Pita, my father, he has kind of without knowing your glories, your power, he with very angry, like he is always very angry with you, who are like the whole guru of this whole world, and he thought that you as the killer of his brother, and with that false thing he always uh, offended your devotee. I am your devotee, so therefore he committed so much offenses to me. So therefore he was kind of committed offenses. So therefore that my father should be purified from this fault or this sin. So and let him be purified. He is already purified by your glance, but I am asking again. So uh, please be merciful to my father. So here in this way, that Prahlad Maharaj, although Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him, he is asking for his benediction. He is asking for his liberation. So in this way, he is asking the Lord to show some mercy to Hiranyakashipu. So then the Hiranyakashipu replied that Trisaptabih puta puta pitrabih sahate anaga. So means 21 generations, they are all purified. Pitrabhisaha means not only your father, but 21 generations in your previous uh, dynasty, all your forefathers, they are all generated. So why? Because a great devotee like you has born in this family. So you are Bhavan Vai Kulapavanaha. You are the deliverer of your whole dynasty. So therefore 21 generations of your fathers are delivered. So like that he is praying. So here 21 generations, Prabhupada says that, so maybe Prabhupada says that like one can know that like forefathers up to some level. Say 21 generations means even in previous births, he might have taken those previous births, ancestors will also get delivered. So like that he is saying. And also like it can also imply the father's side and mother's side, both are purified. So ancestors, 21 generations have been purified. So I have purified both. Kulapavana means your father's dynasty is glorified and your mother's dynasty is also glorified. In that way you glorified whole world. So he is saying that, yeah. So means 21 generations, this indicate the benediction expands to other families also. Before the present family in which one has taken birth, one must have been born in other families. Thus, when a Vaishnava takes birth in a family, by the grace of the Lord, he purifies not only that family but also families of his previous births. So in this way, we can see that like sometimes people accuse devotees who are practicing devotional service not doing any benedictions or any benefit for their families. But actually practicing devotional service is the best benediction one can give to their families. Because when the Lord is pleased, Lord will award so many benedictions to anyone who is connected with that person. So in this way, anyone who has affection for that person will get benedicted. So in this way, like, mm, so in this way, this Lord is benedicting, like Prahlad Maharaj, that all your ancestors are also benedicted. And also he is saying the nature of devotees. Yatra yatra cha madbhakta prashanta samadarshina. Wherever my devotees who are very peaceful, who are having sadhu qualities, sadavaha samadarshina, they are equipoised with sadavaha, with very wonderful good qualities. Samudachara, very magnanimous. Te puyantepi kikataha. Wherever they reside, they purify even a degraded place. Kikata means although it is very degraded, that place, even if it is condemned, that place will become glorious if my pure devotees, Madbhakta, who are like very peaceful, Prashanta, Samadarshina, very equipoised and having good qualities, if they reside, that place will be purified. That means a place where pure devotees resides, that place becomes purified. That's Lord is only saying. So that is a benediction of living, or that is the benediction of the place where pure devotees are living. So therefore, sarvatmana nahimsanti bhutagrameshu kinchana, like because my devotee, they are always, because they are attracted to me, they are attached to my devotional service, madbhava vigata spruha, because they are madbhava, they are engaged in my devotional service. Vigata spruha, they don't have any material desires like anger or greed. So therefore, they sarvatmana in all moods nahim santi. They are not envious about bhuta grameshu kinchana. Any species of life, they are not envious. Uchchavacheshu, higher and lower beings. That means they are non-envious nature. So this is the nature of devotees. They are not envious of any of the people above, below. So they are like not jealous of anyone. These are very wonderful nature of devotees that one should cultivate. Bhagavatam is said that one will understand Bhagavatam if one is nirmatsara, right? So nirmatsara, like non-envious nature, generally, like Dhruva Maharaj also says that Gunadikan mudam lipse anukrosham gunadamat maitrim samana danvichen nataper abhibhuyate. He says that if someone sees a higher person having high good qualities, we should feel very happy, not envious. We should feel very happy that, oh, he has those many wonderful qualities. And gunadamat anukroshan, if someone having not having less qualities, then he should show compassion. So that time also he should not show he's like oh, see, I have more qualities. So, but he should be compassionate. So that is how he is expressing his nirmatsara. And if someone is having equal qualities, then you should have friendship with him instead of competing with him. So in this way, the devotees, they are always, because they are completely taking shelter of devotional service, performing devotion to the Lord, they are always nahimsanti, they are never envious. So, like, and in this world, bhavanti purusha loke madbhaktastam anuvrataha. Whoever follows your example, O Prahlad Maharaj, they will be they will also become pure devotees. Bhavan me khalu bhaktanam sarvesham pratirupadruk. You are very good example for my devotees. Those who follow your example will also become my devotees, and you are the best example for all devotees. So in this way, Prahlad Maharaj is glorified as the best example for the devotees to follow. Like Prahlad is out of humility saying that, oh, your devotees are very great, but I am not like that. But he's saying, what to speak of you, whoever follows you, they will also become my devotees. So they will give up all desires by prema and they will become devoted to me. Completely they will become non-violent. So therefore you are role model for all the devotees. So in this way, like Narasimhadev is glorifying Prahlad Maharaj as a best devotee. So, okay. So there are many devotees. They are all like Madhvacharya is saying that, like quoting from Shastras, many great devotees are mentioned. Some of them, they are like Mahajanas that we hear. Out of them, Prahlad Maharaj is also there. So they are all great devotees of the Lord. So then, after glorifying him, you perform these ritualistic ceremonies for the father of like, but he is already purified. But for the sake of this, for the people, for the sake of in general people, you perform ritualistic ceremonies of what needs to be done. So in this way, he will attain good destination. So he will achieve the best planets because he is already purified by my touch. And after that, you attain the throne of your father, and you rule this whole world as directed by Brahmavadvi, by the Brahmanas, and you always fix your mind upon me and you perform your duties dedicated to me. So, means Prahlad is said to be Lord's devotee and he is not supposed to do karmas, but you perform karmas under my order to maintain this custom. But be always matparaha, always dedicated to me and not having any faith on those karmas. In this way, even if you like if you are always thinking of me, even if you are not performing karmas, they are automatically performed. So so you need not worry. So in this way, he is asking as a like how to perform his duties, just simply remembering and performing the activities. So Prahlad Maharaj, as mentioned by the Lord, he performed final rites for the Hiranyakashipu, and he was like he was performed, Prahlad Maharaj was made as a king, and he was performed as an Abhisheka. So then the Lord is very happily situated there. So at that time, Brahmaji is approaching and asking for the Lord, because now he is very much pleased. So Brahmaji is coming and saying, Deva Deva Khila Dhyaksha Bhuta Bhavana Purvaja Dishtya Te Nihatah Papo Loka Santapano Asuraha. Oh Deva Deva, you are Akhila Dhyaksha, you are the source of all living entities, your original personality, and by the providence, by the good will, this sinful person, this Hiranyakashipu, was killed. This Hiranyakashipu, he has attained some great benediction from me, and because of that, he is also endowed with austerity, yoga, bhala, and all those things. And he disregarded all the Vedic injunctions and created so much trouble for all the world. And also he created trouble for your Prahlad Maharaj. So now that this Prahlad is by your activity, he was relieved from death. So therefore, this is all very nice thing that happened. So now he is fully under your protection. So in this way, anyone who meditates upon your form, so he will be like he will attain fearlessness in this world. Like you naturally protect all the people from all the dangers, right? In this way, like especially this Narasimha form also it can imply that if someone remembers this form of Narasimha Dev, they are like always protect. So you always protect from all fear and also the death for the person who is meditating on your form. So in this way, he is mentioning, right? In general, especially whenever say there is some danger, we always remember Narsimha, so he will come and protect. So in this way, then kind of little bit warning or mildly Lord is saying, Maivam Vibho Asuranamte Pradeya Padma Sambhava, O Padma Sambhava, O Brahma, don't give these kind of benedictions to Asurana, the people with demonic nature. Vara, Krura Nisarganam, by their nature, where they were very, very Krura. And then it is like benedictions, giving benedictions is like Ahinam Amrutam Yada, just like feeding a nectar to snake. So therefore don't give such kind of benedictions to these cruel persons. So like that, mildly he is uh, like indicating to Brahma. And then after saying this, Narsimdev disappeared from that place. So in this way, everyone worshipped the Lord after he disappeared. So then, then what happened to Prahlad? So that is being mentioned. So after that, like, like Prahlad Maharaj, what he did, those things are mentioned. So Prahlad, like he was, as mentioned by that Prahlad, he worshipped all the devatas, like who are there, like Brahma, Shiva, Prajapatis. I understand that they are all Bhagavat Kala, they are all the expansion, that like they are very powerful parts representing the Lord. So in this way, he offered prayers to all these devatas, and also like the Shukracharya, they and other personalities, Brahma, they all made Prahlad as the king of all the demons. So everyone made like they made that Prahlad should rule all these daityas. So then Prahlad were also Prahlad also worshipped all these Brahma and other things, and Brahma, they are all very much pleased. They also offered their benedictions. So in this way, this Prahlad Maharaj pastime was concluded. So in concluding, Narada Muni is again concluding that in this way, these two Parshadas of Lord Vishnu, they became Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, and they thought that Lord is like the Lord is their enemy. In this way, they think, and they became again because they like Kumaras they cursed for 3 times they have to take birth. So they only became Ravana and Kumbhakarna. So they are killed by Ramachandra, and then they are like they have become Shishupal and Dantaprakra. So they are maintaining so much enmity. But now in your presence, they have entered into your body. So the Shishupal and Dantavakra, because they are continuously thinking of the Lord, they received their spiritual bodies just like he gives one example. Kitaha peshaskrita yata, just like a worm, when it is captured by a like black drone, it was mentioned. So like that this person he is always meditating on the Lord, even though angry. So, but therefore, with that meditation, he attained a spiritual body at the time of death. Mm. So, just like worms, in this way, like worms, when they are captured by a wasp, they will attain the same body as a wasp. So, in this way, they thinking their minds are absorbed on the Lord. So, they have attained that meditation. Mm. So in this way, like when just as the devotees they receive their bodies similar to Lord's form by bhakti, Shishupal and Dantavakra also by thinking of Krishna, they have achieved the same result. So means like thinking of the Lord by constantly, that is more emphasized here. So in this way, whatever you have asked me about Shishupal and others, that I have completely explained. So these narrations of great avatars of Krishna, like these are all very much purifying for everyone. So in this story, Prahlad, the greatness of Prahlad is mentioned, and the story also contains bhakti, jnana, vairagya, and also Lord's form is mentioned. So there is destruction, creation, maintenance of the universe, and there are qualities and activities of the Lord are mentioned. So in this way, the natures of higher and lowers, all those beings are explained in this story. So this Adhyatma Jnana is also spoken about things related to the Lord. Whoever faithfully hears, chants this narration is will be liberated from material bondage. So, and one who reads or hears this attentively, the story how Narsimdev killed all the demons, and also the pure love of Prahlad Maharaj, how he is expressing, he attained the planet where there is no fear. That means he attains the Vaikuntha. So, in this way, he glorifies Prahlad and glorifies the process of hearing of all this katha. So after that, he mentions that you are also glorified because Yudhishthir is also very much devotee. So that narration, how Yudhishthir Pandavas are also very dear to the Lord, that also he mentions. In that connection, there is a small story of how the Lord saved Shiva previously. That story is mentioned. So that we will discuss maybe next time. So thank you everyone for hearing this. So we'll discuss some things.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Rani Mataji, you have some questions?
Prabhuji, Pranam.
Ah,
Prabhuji, Prahlad Maharaj actually prays for getting Dasya Rasa, right? Prabhuji, he actually prays to Narasimha Bhagwan that he should serve him Dasya Ras.
yes.
But we also understand that he serves the Lord in Shantaras. How do we understand that, Prabhuji?
Prahlad Maharaj is mentioned as a Dasya Rasa only. Shantarasa is included in Dasya, So Prahlad is always mentioned as Dasa only, not as a Shanta. But nonetheless, Shanta Rasa is included in Dasa Rasa. So.
Okay, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, the other thing is, Prahlad is telling Narasimha Bhagwan that you would have already purified Hiranyakashipu through your glance because you appeared before him. We also hear that Lord also appeared before Daksha, but Daksha was not purified. I mean, I don't understand Prabhuji, because in Vritrasura's this thing also we hear that you always purify, that by your, if you appear, the devotee is automatically purified. So how do we understand that Daksha is not purified even after Vishnu gives him appearance, Prabhuji?
So it depends upon the kind of offense, like basically the like Daksha was kind of not purified because he was not completely like freed from the offense. So here Hiranyakashipu, he was like he had some affection for Prahlad Maharaj. So like a little bit previously when Prahlad came, he used to smell the head of Prahlad Maharaj. So that kind of little bit affection is there for Hiranyakashipu to Prahlad. So and Prahlad is praying sincerely for Narasimhadev. So in that way, maybe because of that mercy, that Hiranyakashipu got purified. But Daksha, since he maintained offense for Shiva, that offensive mentality is not gone. So because of that, he is not pure. It means basically Lord has power to purify, but Lord will not have inclination to purify, because if he has offenses towards the devotees, Lord may not show, right? So in that case of Daksha, Lord did not show that mercy. He did not completely purified him, although he gave darshan. So just by having darshan, one cannot say that he has achieved prema. Only when the Lord awards prema, that is actually real darshan. That is actually really attaining the Lord, not having just mere darshan. That's how Krishna. Many people also saw Krishna when he has appeared, but not everyone could understand as he is with prema. So that depends upon the Lord's how much he purifies him internally. So that makes the difference.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, and one more doubt, Prabhuji. You mentioned Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. Offering Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam is also Anya Abhilashita Shunyam only, no, Prabhuji, where we do work and then we offer the fruits to Krishna. That is also Sadhaka Bhakta does. So that is also a pure, I mean, Sadhaka Bhakta is also counted in pure devotee, right, Prabhuji? Means it's considered as pure bhakti, right, Prabhuji? Fits into Anya Abhilashita Shunyam.
There are little differences there. Sanyavilashita Shunyam may be there, but some kind of categorization was there, that offering karmas is different from doing directly bhakti activities of Shravana Kirtana. So, means doing directly what Prahlad says, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakyam Atma Nivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Bhaktau Iti Pumsarpita iti Pumsarpita Bhakta Addas Bhaktasche Navalakshana, means they directly offer these activities to the Lord. That means the activities of bhakti, they are done with the understanding that this should be for pleasing the Lord, and they perform those activities, and those Shravana Kirtana activities they do. But the activities of like doing some activity and offering, so there is some distinction is made between Patram Pushpam shloka and the next shloka, Yat Karoshi Yadashnasi. So Patram Pushpam shloka, when it is mentioned that it is like a pure devotee shloka where the activity is done also for the pleasure of the Lord. and like yet karoshi dashnasi is like the activity is done, but it is offered after performing. So there is slight difference is there in that activity. So
Okay, Prabhuji. So basically, it is change in consciousness because when we also do, we offer, but it is a consciousness. That's what you're saying, no, Prabhuji? Like for instance, we offer food to Krishna. What food we like, we offer to Krishna, and we have, and where we think that Krishna will like this food and offer and have. Is that the difference, Prabhuji?
consciousness, uh, yeah, consciousness is different, and yeah, consciousness is the main factor, and also the activity itself. Like the process of direct activity of process of bhakti has more like power than some other activity and doing that and offering to the Lord. So right, some
Yes.
other activity may be there, and that activity you have performed and offered that result to the Lord, that is like little bit less in comparison to direct activity which is pleasing to the Lord, like Navavidha Bhakti.
Yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you for the clarification. Prabhuji, can I ask for the reference, any particular source where this is there, any Acharya's commentary or some specific this thing, Prabhuji?
Where about this
Where
thing?
this fine difference is given, Prabhuji?
In Bhakti Sandarbha, there is a discussion about three types of bhakti, like Aropa Siddha Bhakti, Sangha Siddha Bhakti, and like pure kind of bhakti. So in Bhakti Sandarbha, there is some discussion about these things.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the class, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we will meet again. So Randra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.